So this is just the front of it. Obviously I have like my little steering wheel and stuff, and then my little Chick-fil-A cow. It's obviously all super dusty. And then down here I just have like a birthday card from March, and then like a coat, giant stuffed animal, a wrapper, an empty tissue box, my body composition, and then this is all of the crap that was in my locker at school, gym bag, 2 gross food containers, and this is literally a poop sample test. My trash can, at least I put some stuff in my trash can, but it's completely full. That is a Bible that I stole from church, and more poop sample stuff, and there's a hairbrush down there, and then my backpack, and then like some gum, and then the trunk has like donation clothes and a bin with like an empty bin. So I'm glad that I have the empty bin out, because I'm going to use that to help transport some stuff inside. Yeah, so that's what it looks like right now. I'm really excited to clean it out. I've been putting this off for like 2 months, and now is the time. Hey guys, what is up? So today is Monday and I am in my car. Wait, on the phone, something's missing. That's better. Alright, you guys, so if you know me in real life, you know that I have a Toyota Prius, and I feel like a lot of people make fun of me for my car because, I don't know, I feel like people make fun of Priuses because they're a little bit different and a little bit quirky, but personally, I love my car so much, and I'm gonna tell you all about it today. So in front of my car, I just want to show you my little Chick-fil-A cow, so cute. And then I also have Roman. He's upside down right now, but yeah. Anyway, and then I have my little disco ball, of course. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my journey buying this car at 16 and giving you guys some suggestions if you're looking on buying a car and you want to buy a car and you're young and you don't really have a lot of money. I'm gonna give you some ideas on how to make money and some ideas on what kind of cars to buy and all of that fun stuff. So let's get started. As you guys know, I have a Toyota Prius. It is a 2007 and I really like it. Here's some things that I don't like about it. First of all, I really wanted to get a car with a backup camera, and I rejected so many cars because they didn't have backup cameras, but then I ended up getting one without a backup camera. But now that I have it, it's never been a problem for me. I've never like really wished that I had a backup camera for any reason other than the fact that I spent money on this car and it doesn't have a backup camera. I've never felt like I really wish I had a backup camera in this moment, except maybe once or twice, but it's not something I typically think. Another thing is my car does have a little bit of rust on it, and when I bought the car, I fully intended on getting it fixed, and obviously car dealers are just so like, they want to sell you the car. So he had told me that it would be pretty cheap to get the rust fixed, but definitely not going to be that cheap. So I don't know if that's something I will be doing in the future, but I might. So the rust is a little bit of a problem. Other than those two things, pretty much everything about it has been great. I have not had a lot of problems with it. So anyway, I'm not sure if I should say this, but I feel like I should just because this is kind of an informational video. My car, I bought it last summer in like August or July, and it was, I'm pretty sure it sold for $10,000, but when everything was said and done and like the taxes and insurance or whatever, I don't really know how it all worked. When everything was said and done, it was more like $12,000. So I would say if you're saving up for a car, just make sure that you have enough money. Don't just save like $6,000, or don't just save like how much you're planning on spending on the car, because it'll definitely be a couple more $1,000s than that. And then also, even I would keep money in your bank account after you buy the car. If you don't have enough to purchase the car and the other expenses and still have money in your bank account, I probably would wait a little bit before you purchase the car, just because some things might come up, the battery might die, you might have some expenses later. You don't want to be just totally not have any money in your bank account. Another suggestion, this isn't something I really know from personal experience, but this is just something that I've been told and what I did, and I would just say if you're young, I would just recommend buying a car in cash on the spot and not getting a loan or doing anything like that, because when you're young, it's just like, it's not very, in my opinion, I feel like it's not very financially wise to put yourself in debt at such a young age anyway. Just, I guess, put yourself in debt at all. And so it's like, if you can get a cheaper car, you might as well just get a cheaper car. And furthermore, like, I would say I would not buy a new car at all, just because, like, unless like there's specific circumstances, which a lot of times there is, for the most part you're better off just buying a used car, especially for your first car. Yeah, my car is a 2007, so it's very old, but it runs like a brand new car. I mean, I got it a year ago, and to me it's a year old, so it's not super old to me, you know. Also, my car's name is Stella, by the way, so this is Stella. I should mention that. So for my car journey, when I was buying a car, I always knew that I wanted to buy a Prius. That was like, well, I didn't always know that, but after several months of thinking about it, I decided that I really wanted to buy a Prius. Now, in hindsight, looking back, would I recommend setting yourself on one car? Maybe not. Prius was definitely very expensive, and I know a lot of people that have gotten cheaper cars. I know with inflation, like, I haven't really looked at car prices since I bought a car, so I'm not really sure where the prices are at right now. But for my car and the circumstances, as far as all the Priuses that I looked at, the one that I got was definitely on the cheaper end, because most of them were like $15,000. In my situation, mine was pretty cheap, but I know a lot of people that have got much cheaper cars, and that's why I say maybe it would be wise to not just set yourself on one car. However, with that being said, my car was definitely a few $1,000s more than maybe another car, but the gas price for my car is so cheap. I definitely think that I spend the least amount of money on gas out of most people I know. In the summertime especially, my car gets 40 to 60 miles per gallon, and in the winter it's like 35. It usually doesn't get less than 35, and so I would say that is like extraordinary, and to me that is like one of the biggest deals. And then another reason why I really wanted this car was because it has a hatchback, and that was so important for me, and I love having a hatchback. I could not imagine not having a hatchback. It's the perfect combination between an SUV and a car, and I love just the size of the car and everything about it. I just really like the Prius. I know a lot of people that have skimped out and not spent a lot of money on a car, and then their car is just breaking down all the time. And for me, I've just never had any problems other than the battery died in the winter, and it's totally normal for like all cars. Yeah, I love the Prius. Did I just sell you on the Prius? Alright, so let's talk about how you can make and save money to buy your car at 16. I've heard of a lot of parents doing a thing where they will, what's it called? They'll like equal the price that their kids are gonna pay. So your kid saves that $3,000, and then the parents will give you $3,000, and then you can buy a $6,000 car. In the end, I saved about $7,000, and the rest was helped out by my mom and grandpa. So how did I make $7,000 by the time I was 16? I've always been somebody that is like a fiend for making money, which I'm sure a lot of people are, but I've just always been the person that's like trying to sell everything I can. Like when I was 12 years old, there's not really a lot of jobs you can get, so I was putting babysitting flyers in every person's mailbox around my neighborhood, and I was selling masks, I was making YouTube videos, I was doing anything I possibly could to make money. When you're younger than 16, it's really hard, because in most states you can only work at 15 with a worker's permit, and it's really hard to find people that will hire minors with a worker's permit, because there's so many restrictions on like how many hours they can work, and etc, etc. And so mainly the only jobs that you can get at 15 are like local, I don't know, like people that like don't really follow the rules, I guess, or like if you're being paid in cash, or if you're like babysitting. So definitely word of mouth is good for if you want to like babysit. Definitely just like ask your parents, people in your church, people like your friends. There's a lot of just different jobs you can get, you know, online, and I'm not gonna really go into all of that. Oh gosh, this person is coming. Oh, and he's gonna tell me to leave. Hi.
Waiting for pay.
Yeah, I was just hanging out. Thank you. You too, thank you. Oh guys, that was actually the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. This is just like my own personal story, and this is not like suggestions for you guys. This is just kind of what I did and how I was able to earn money to buy myself a car. So first of all, when I was 12 and stuff, like I said, I sent out babysitting flyers in every mailbox, and how that worked was not so well. I babysat for like one family, and probably the whole thing made me like $30. So anyway, by the time I was 14, the first real job that I ever had other than babysitting was corn tasseling. But we just like shovel up like rogues, and honestly I have pretty fond memories of that time, but like it was miserable while you're doing it. It's miserable, but I would recommend it. Like, would I do it again? I don't think I would do it again now, just because there's other jobs I can have now that I'm older. But when I was 14, yeah, if I was 14 again, yeah, I would do it again. Another thing that I never really did, but it's just so important, is like, or it could be so beneficial, is just kind of like going to like your neighbors and asking if they want help with like yard work. And I don't want to say I never did this. I actually did it for my aunt, who is my neighbor. She paid me a lot for doing like random tasks because she knew that I was a fiend for making money. That wasn't really where I got the big sum of money for my car. Where I got the big sum of money for my car was from my current job, which is at Chick-fil-A. And if you guys know me in real life, you know that I harp on about my jobs. I'm always trying to get people to apply, but I really like my job. It's my 2-year anniversary now because I'm 17. Can we believe it? This month is my 2-year, and it has just been so much fun. I have enjoyed working at Chick-fil-A. It's taught me so much. It's just a great environment. I feel like Chick-fil-A is a great company to work for. I worked 40 hours a week over the summer of 15, and I made several $1,000s, but I'm not gonna work 40 hours a week this summer because it's just, I'm not saving up for a car anymore. But yeah, definitely don't forget to check out my summer bucket list video because I just filmed that in my car like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, definitely check out that video if you haven't, and or if that's posted after this, then stay tuned for that. And then also subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you can follow up with what I'm doing this summer other than working, you know. And if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what kind of car you guys are looking at buying, if you're looking at buying a car, and comment down below a car emoji. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and thanks to all my friends that watch my videos, because most of my videos are viewed by my friends. Like, that's pretty much it. So just to all my friends in real life, I miss you guys. Bye, guys. I need to like go outside and do something because I've been sitting in my car for, how long have I been? Oh, literally an hour. Oh my gosh, it's 3 o'clock already.